So, I think it's kind of important to talk about ways to develop housing for the urban environment. Um, One urban housing plan that I've been thinking a lot about lately is using shipping containers to create modular building systems for urban communities, and I think this is a process that we could develop more. If The best way to do this would be to integrate solar as berm building and trom wall design, passive active solar, water collection, wind turbines, all those sorts of things into the systems. We could effectually get a home that produces electricity. So every one of these homes that you build produces enough electricity for one extra building. And if we could do that, then we wouldn't have net carbon neutral buildings. We'd have net carbon negative buildings that could be effectively power plants, and when they're planted in an urban environment, they generate enough electricity for a neighboring house. So this process, I think, could be developed a little further, and I believe that if we built two shipping containers on top of each other, and then use straw bale building materials to create a half dome shape that just butts up against the shipping containers, you could have a lot of space for living in, and a lot of space for collecting energy. So the front side could have straw bale sides, and then have a glass front that works for a garden, and then the top story could be solar PV as well as solar thermal collection, and then on the very top have one or two wind turbines that are either vertical axis or a vertical axis wind turbine with a horizontal axis wind turbine on top, or it's really up to the application architect, the architect that's deciding to build the building. The most effective ways to upgrade a building would be to apply ceramic-based paint, radiant barriers that like the tinfoil-based, that foil-based radiant barriers, increase your R value. So straw bale buildings have an incredibly high R value, like R40 or something ridiculous. So when you build straw bales in conjunction with using the thermal mass of a shipping container to collect and store the heat for your building, you can effectively have a net carbon zero building, a net grid neutral building, and then adding things like solar panels and solar PV and wind turbines to that building. The whole structure will not only have energy available for the people living inside of it, it will have energy available for the grid, and so it would be net carbon negative. I mean net grid negative, and that would be actually an amazing thing for the whole country and the whole world.